Okay, gang, it's that time of year again. It's time for my Gear of the Year list. And I've really tried to be concise about it all this year, and I've nailed it down to 5 favorites. Kinda. Because making a list like this always makes me feel super bad, because that also means that I have to leave something out, and trust me, if I demo something here on the channel, then it means that I really like it. But there's always a piece of gear that I just click with a tad more, and those are the ones you'll find in the top 5. But before we get there, I just have to do some really quick honorable mentions just to make myself feel a bit better about this whole situation, because there's nothing worse than hurting a pedal's feelings. So, here we go. And the first honorable mention goes to the red Panda Radius. And this is honestly the most musical ring modulator that I've ever played, and it's just full of so many amazing textures and dynamic modulation tones. Next up, we have the Death by Audio Octave Clang. A seriously badass fuzz with a switchable analog octave and the most insane tone filter, making this pedal way more versatile than you initially think it would be. Next mention goes to the Collision Devices Crushturnal, an absolutely stunning ambience machine that sports delay, reverb, bit crusher, and a super powerful clock sequencer that lets you modulate the onboard effects as well as external effects. Collision Devices absolutely killed it with this one. Next up, we have the Diamond Vibrato. And this pedal just sports the most delightfully warm and lush analog modulation tones in a no-nonsense purple package. It's seriously no wonder that people refer to this pedal as legendary. And for the final honorable mention, we have the beautiful noise effects Endless Sleeper 2. And I know that the original Endless Sleeper was on my list last year, and even though it's a fairly old pedal, it was the first time that I had the chance to play it. But now there's a new version, and it just packs so many new amazing upgrades that it has to be on here again. It's the same warm, nostalgic echoes, but with way more modulation options and way more fine-tuning control, and it's just incredible. Alright, it's time to jump into my top 5 favorite pedals of 2024. And we're gonna kick it all off with the Intensive Care Audio Life Support. And looking back at my former Gear of the Year videos, it becomes obvious that it's very rare that an overdrive pedal makes the final list. Fuzz pedals, experimental distortion pedals, sure. But when it comes to good old classic overdrive, it apparently takes a lot to impress me. But the Life Support has managed to do just that big time. It covers a really impressive gain range that goes from clean boost to a roaring crunch, and it's stupid dynamic, meaning that you can unlock that gain range simply through the way that you attack your guitar. But most importantly, it just doesn't sound like any other overdrive that I've played or owned before. It has a very rich and textured tone with crazy dynamics just flying all over the place. And it's reminiscent of all of the things that I love about a good fuzz, just translated into the world of overdrive. This pedal is just a treat to play. At the number 4 spot, we find the Earthquaker Devices Time Shadows 2. And over the years, Earthquaker have proven themselves to be the masters of both the classic and concise, as well as the weird and advanced. But my favorite version of Earthquaker has always been when they managed to hit that sweet spot right in the middle. You know, where it's weird, but also extremely useful and intuitive at the same time. And Time Shadows 2 just fits that description like a glove. Made in collaboration with Death by Audio, Time Shadows 2 delivers plug-and-play access to everything from brooding, synth-like sounds to spiraling Twilight Zone echoes and resonant filter delays that are an absolute treat to tweak and animate in real time. This thing is the epitome of the word fun. At number 3, we find the Keeley Octa. And this pedal combines two of my favorite effects in one box, fuzz and pitch shifting. And it's basically a tweaked and highly improved Big Muff and Pitchfork side by side. And you can use them individually or together in whatever stacking order you want for a wealth of amazing tones. Synth sounds, check. Shoegaze sounds, heck yeah. Gliding pitch whammies, it does that as well. I honestly felt right at home with this one, and it's just some of the most fun I've had with a pedal all year. So if there's one pedal on this list that I would recommend to anyone out there, no matter what style of music you play, it would be this one. At spot number 2, we find the Source Audio Artifakt. And the market has quite frankly been overflowing with lo-fi pedals the last couple of years. And hey, I'm here for it. I love lo-fi, but most of them have kind of gone for the same vibe, you know, either worn tapes or worn vinyls. None have really gone for a catch-all solution until now, because the Artifakt is seriously a lo-fi powerhouse, as it offers your well-known tape warbles and vinyl bends, but also noisy radio artifacts, low-fidelity reverbs, and bit-crushed arcade tones, as well as hi-fi chorus sounds, slapback delays, overdrives, synthetic filter sweeps, and pitch-shifting glitch patterns. Whew. And that's just scratching the surface, because this thing is deep and it offers so many useful and amazing modulation sounds. But best of all, it does it in stereo and with plenty of onboard presets. This is going to be my go-to modulator for many, many years to come. Alright, we've reached the Sonic Summit, the top tone spot of 2024, and if you're a regular Pedal Zone viewer, then it's probably gonna be no surprise at all what awaits you here, because one of the most historically significant pedals for me as a musician finally got its highly anticipated upgrade this year. I'm of course talking about the Old Blood Noise Endeavor's Darkstar Stereo. This pedal contains all of the bit-crushed and pitch-shifted reverbs that made the original such a unique pedal, but also manages to add fresh features like distortion, filters, global delay offset and feedback, as well as presets and MIDI to the equation, and it delivers all of that in lush, lively stereo. It's just really rare these days to see the sequel top the original, but for me that's definitely what's happened here. This is everything that I loved about the original, but also everything that I always wanted the original to be. So for me, my 2024 has definitely finished on the highest possible high because of this pedal, and I can't wait to see what the new year holds for Old Blood and this amazing new pedal format that they've created. Okay, that's it. I guess we've come to the end of my list. The top 5 that actually kind of wanted to be a top 10 and found a weird way around it. But enough about me. Now it's time for you to chime in with your favorites, and I can't wait to hear what gear rocked your world in 2024. Before I bid you all a final farewell, I just want to thank you for the immense support that you've shown me, the channel, and my online shop this year, because I've honestly been quite burned out by social media, and I haven't been as active as I used to be. I've barely been active. So the fact that you've kept showing your support is just beyond heartwarming to me. So thank you for being so awesome, and I really look forward to getting all pedal nerdy with you all again in the new year. Happy holiday to you and yours, and when you get there, Happy New Year as well. Bye!